All right. Good morning, boys and girls. Today we are interviewing two people who are going to talk to us about their experiences and where they were from. So first, I'll ask you to introduce yourself and tell us what country you're from.
My name's Maria Tavares. I'm Dior Penn's mom, and I'm from the Dominican Republic.
My name is Mohamedou Penn. I'm Dior's Penn and Momar's dad. She forgot. And I'm from Senegal, West Africa.
Great. So Rachel and Micah were wondering, why did you come to the United States, or what brought you to the United States?
I came when I was 3 years old, so my parents came first, and then they brought me. I was born in the Dominican Republic, so I didn't have a choice. Mom said so.
I came when I was 19 to be 20, to go to college here.
Okay.
So I had finished my school in Senegal, high school, and that was my choice. I wanted to come to the United States for school and to finish my studies, and I met my wife, and we stayed.
Great. What school was it?
BMCC. That was in New York, so I went to Lehman College, and that's where I finished my school.
Great.
So, yeah.
Excellent. And so, can you explain to the students, Brianna and Luke were wondering what it feels like to be an immigrant, or, American citizen, you could say.
You feel it more when you travel. I think that even though I was raised in the U.S.,
Mm-hmm.
I had the transition because my first language was Spanish. So elementary school for me was a little difficult because I really didn't have, I speak great English now, but back then I didn't, and reading and writing was very difficult for me, mostly because my parents didn't speak English. It was only Spanish. So it was getting used to it. I had a lot of tutoring in elementary school, all through probably 5th grade. I had tutors, both in school and out of school, to help me. And going back to it, you feel it more when you're traveling, because you have to, travelers with the green card go on one line and the blue passport go on the other line.
Right.
And I was always wondering, why don't I get to go on that line?
I bet.
Yeah.
What can I say? When you first come in, let's say when you're in New York, you don't feel as much as being an immigrant because it's a melting pot. There's a lot of people from different backgrounds. So you get to integrate easy. You don't have to speak the language. You don't have to speak English, but because there's spots in New York where you can find your own people and you belong, and you feel like you just don't have to speak the language. But being that when I came, I was going to school, I wanted to learn the language. English wasn't my first language, so French, Wolof, and it's a choice that I made to go to school. So English, I had to get it to be able to better myself. So it wasn't as hard being in New York. But when you move into the other spots in the country where there's less immigrant, then you feel the difference. You feel like you don't belong, and you have to assimilate to be part of it. So it depends on where you are in the country.
It's a different experience.
It's a different experience. So with us being in New York, it wasn't as hard. Yeah. We didn't see ourselves as being immigrant.
Right.
So when you are somewhere where you don't see your own people or you don't see your own culture, that's where you will...
You feel it.
Like, you're the outsider. So with us, it wasn't as hard. I can say it was a bad experience. It was a good transition.
Okay. I can imagine. So that kind of leads us to the next question from Kaylee and Peyton. Can you describe what it's like in your home country?
Do you remember?
It's fun. I mean, I traveled. I went back for vacations. Mom and Dad would send me for the summers. So it was totally different from New York because I was always outside, kind of like North Carolina where I let the kids go out. But I felt the community sense more. So like there was like this long strip which was, grandma's neighborhood, and grandma's house was right in the middle, and all the kids would always go outside and play. and all the neighbors know each other, and it's like people just coming in and out of the house all the time. In New York, there's none of that. I mean, Mom wouldn't let me outside, not even in the hallway, to play in the building, just because it was different. She didn't know the neighbors, she didn't trust anybody. So playtime for me growing up was very limited. When I was in New York, when I went back to Grandma's house and went to the Dominican Republic, it was fun. So, I don't know. I remember it raining and the street would get flooded and all the kids would go play outside in dirty rainwater. But it was just like, it was fun. It was just fun. It was being a kid. So.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same thing in Senegal too. You get to go outside and play. You get to be with family. Family live together. So you gotta have the parents, sometimes the grandparents, the parents, the kids. Everybody live in a big house. So you have the family vibe all the time. You get to go outside, eat good food.
Everything was about cooking.
Yeah, everything is about cooking. Everything, like, we eat together.
Yeah.
The big bowl of rice or whatever, everybody has something to say with raising kids. So you get to enjoy the family vibe all the time. There's no grandma live next state or far. It's not far from each other, so that's some of the good things of being from.
And everybody's always in your business.
Yeah. Okay, so Taylor and Alicia were wondering what languages you speak and how to say "I love my teacher" or "I love you" in your language.
So I speak Spanish, and to say "I love my teacher," "Yo quiero mi maestra."
Perfect.
I speak French and Wolof. So with French, it's "Je mon professeur," and with Wolof is "Dama bëgg sama prof," sama maître. Dama bëgg sama maître.
Okay.
With Wolof. Wolof is the local language of Senegal.
Okay. I love it. And then, what about food? So, Drew-Ann is curious about your favorite foods from your home country.
Rice and beans.
I'm actually say a simpler one than that. It's just the plantain dish with the fried rice and the fried salami. That's the best one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is.
I like that too. And then the final question.
His is better.
Rice and beans?
No. It's.
Oh, you were answering for her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Well, us, we have the rice cooked with the fish. Yeah, so we make the fish separately with the sauce. And then you cook the rice with the sauce that you use for the fish. And then the fish will be, you mix it together. The fish will be on top with the vegetables and...
Say the name of it.
It's called chebujan. It's rice and fish.
Yeah.
Chep, which is rice, and jan, fish. Chebujan. But it is.
Do you make it here? Can you get the right ingredients to...
We've tried, but it's
not the same.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
So how often do you go back?
I go every 2 years, and the kids, Mama and Dior, will go every 2 years too.
Yeah.
Great.
For the summer.
But if you want it, they have it in New York.
Yeah.
Okay, everything's in New York.
Yeah.
Oh, so the final question is, what do you miss the most about your home country? And then to kind of wrap it up and conclude, are you happy that you made the United States your home? Why or why not? So what do you miss, and then are you happy about?
I miss family. I'll have to say that's, it doesn't matter, we have our family here, but it's a different vibe when everyone's together. Even if everybody gets on your nerves and, they're always in your business. It's just that sense of family, of having them around, I miss that the most. The community is different, I'm happy that my mom made the U.S. our home, but at the same time, I feel that I missed out, because I always wonder, like, what would it have been like growing up there, being around grandma all the time. So, there is some nostalgia, I guess, about that.
Oh.
I do.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. It's the same thing with me. I miss the family because my parents are still there. Mm-hmm. I get to talk to them every other day, see them every 2 years. They get to come when they want to. Mm-hmm. So it's not like, yeah, they don't want to anymore because they're getting with age.
Yeah.
So I miss the family, and I'm happy I made the U.S. my home.
Yeah. This is it.
Yeah. That's a choice that I made when I was younger, and I'm happy with it.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for talking to the students. They're going to love this video.
Be good in school.
Yes.